Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, Mob Psycho 100, episode 4 of the second season. Yes, we have been a lot of episodes with a lot of profound message. And I say a lot because even 3 episodes within the second season, we have a lot of good message behind them. The first one is obviously the romantic side, but with a deeper perspective of this joke that Mob get involved into. Then we have the second one, the terror one, in which, of course, why Mob wasn't afraid of this one, because he's outside of this complete bullcrap that we tend to create, the urban legends and all that. And the third one, that speaks volumes how Mob feels about both worlds, the natural and the supernatural world, and of course the difference between the normal people, in this case Regine, and Mob, somebody who is just between these two worlds, and obviously how awesome Regine is. So yes, I love this series because it's delivering something amazing within just the first 3 episodes, 3 episodes of the second season. And of course, we're speaking about all the episodes in the first season. So yes, we are talking about a lot of good episodes and a lot of profound episodes for Mob Psycho. And that is something I love about this series, the consistency of quality in it, in both seasons. But anyway, before I start rambling something that probably you are tired of hearing about, so yeah, let's just cut this presentation and watch the next episode, shall we? Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time the 4th episode of the second season of Mob Psycho. Boy, it was. It's pretty hard to explain the feelings I have during this episode. It started with a very cryptic beginning. With Dimple, we didn't know exactly when this happened. We didn't have any reference outside of what was going on during the first scene. And then, of course, we returned to a kind of normal episode in which, of course, now we have a rich man who is trying to help, in this case, her daughter to be not possessed by an evil spirit. And that's it. That's the only information we have. And yeah, even during those first moments of this kind of possessed girl, it was very suspicious because, again, I love how Raging used the psychology in this case, how highly observant he is. And no, I'm not referring to the game Rock, Paper, Scissors. That is another whole level of observation because, yes, I paused during the moment of triumph of Raging, and yes, he said observation, observe their hands, psychological warfare, and all of that. No, I mean how observant he is of the reactions, the words, the movements, the everything about this little girl that is being possessed, and how he discovered that no, actually this is the real deal. This is not that little girl who is trying to be free from the terrible father who is being neglecting her and just mistreating her and all of that. Yeah, even to the point of going to a very abusive relationship, obviously, if you believe whatever this evil spirit said. But I love how Raging looked through that. Again, I love how observant Raging is, and this speaks volumes of how amazing Raging is. Yes, he might not be blessed by the power of the psychic powers that Mob has, or even one of the minor psychics. They possess power that obviously Raging doesn't have. His only power is being able to see Dimple, and that's it. And some other spirits, I guess, but only that. I love how Raging in this supernatural world is able to being relevant in the plot by being a normal, very observant, but a normal human being. I love that aspect of the animation of this anime. And yes, everything that is surrounding this first half, perhaps less than half of the episode, is kind of normal stuff. Yes, they figured out that it's a terrible spirit and everybody is trying to get rid of the evil spirit by being absolutely ridiculous. Yes, the situation that was presented to us is absolutely ridiculous. All these little frames of the manga, I guess they just took the frames of the manga and they animated a little bit, because yeah, it's ridiculous and you can see the spirit is not affected. But after that, after the spirit see how everybody is a complete loser, how everybody is not worthy of his time, the episode really turns for the dark side. Especially when this thing starts to attack the strongest Esper user, in this case the leader of the association, and just got rid of him pretty easily. And then of course start to attack Regin and all of that. That is when the episode again starts to go very, very, very dark. Because obviously he doesn't care about the body. He just could possess anybody else and he will be happy or sad or whatever he wants to do. But that's it. And starts to really torture the little girl, the 14-year-old girl. And then starts to attack Regin. And even, I don't know if she killed the father of this girl. Well, he killed the father of this girl. Or something miraculous is going to happen. But that is when the episode starts to turn very, very dark. Because we're dealing with somebody very powerful. I don't know if with the same level of power as Mob or more powerful. I doubt he is more powerful. And I'm going to say that right now. I doubt he is more powerful. But he has a lot more experience. And again, this is something I always said. Experience can give you a lot of advantage in the world. And this dude not only has the experience from his life as a psychic user, as a real psychic, but 40 years of experience as an evil spirit. So yes, this guy really know what is he doing. And even though Mob perhaps has an overwhelming power, Mob doesn't want to use his overwhelming power. Because when we enter the mind of the child, the mind of the possessed child, we start to see that Mob doesn't want to fight against a human, even if he's just a spirit. And he knows that he is a spirit. For him, he is still a human. And just when he starts to reveal himself as a monster, as an evil spirit, that is when Mob's attack. But obviously, it was a trap set for of this dude. It's very malevolent, very intelligent on his part. And that's when we start to see just this overwhelming power that Mob has could be overcome by the experience. Because again, Mob is holding back his power. Let's remember this. That he doesn't want to create this explosion of power. And his true, real amazing power is something that we don't know what is that. When we got the interrogation mark, the interrogation symbols, that is when the real power of Mob is revealed. But we don't know who is really behind that power. That yes, probably a very spectacular thing will have happened if this evil spirit will have created the reaction, or the reaction of this entity that is inside of Mob will go out, and yes, it will annihilate everything and everyone around it, because yeah, that is the truly overwhelming power of Mob. But Mob is trying to control his own power. He doesn't want to destroy everything around him. Mob has a different type of attitude, and in this case, that is his disadvantage so far. I don't know what is going to happen with the different memories, the alternative memories that this evil spirit created. Keiji, I think it was the name of the psychic user. I don't know what is going to happen, and it is going to be what I know is that this is going to be an iron test for Mob. Because so far what we know that these alternative memories is ones that in which Mob doesn't have his power, all his power, that he can defend himself, that he can attack, that he can do whatever he wants with his psychic powers, and what is going to happen with his life. I am not certain of anything that was going to happen in the future or in the next episode. And I think this is the most danger that Mob is in so far. And it speaks volumes of this episode and the quality of writing that we are seeing here. This is something completely new. This is something I was not expecting from this show. But it makes sense to take that route, so you cannot bore your audience, that you cannot only repeat what you did in the first season. You are going to take new ways, new paths, so you can give a good story. And I love the major difference here, in which, yes, Mob is all powerful, just as One Punch Man. One Punch Man is dealing with certain amount of problems for an adult. Lack of money, lack of recognition, all of that nasty business that we saw in One Punch Man being dealt with. Mob is dealing with different type of problems that perhaps both have overwhelming strength in their own fields. But Mob, let's remember, is a 14-year-old boy, which deals with a lot of different problems. Of course, not economical ones, because he's still depending on his parents. So yes, he has a different life than the life of Saitama. And this is what is interesting about it. And one in this manga is taking a different perspective. And I love that perspective, because yes, this is a problem. Well, not a problem. It's hard to explain this. This is why I'm struggling so hard to really express what I want to say. The situation with Mo is that he doesn't want to use his powers. He just wants to live a normal life. He needs to use them to protect the people that he holds dear. Saitama is willingly using his power because that is what he needs to do, because he's dealing with monsters, a lot of monsters. Because yes, so far we haven't seen Saitama kill a single human being. Yes, he can be rough, yes, he can be harsh, but he has never killed a human being. Never. Nor in the webcomic so far that I have read. In the manga, obviously he hasn't, and in the anime, he hasn't either. And this is something similar with Mob. He doesn't want to use his psychic powers on humans. On evil spirits, he has no problem, because he recognizes them as evil, pure evil, and of course the world needs to get rid of them so the entire world can live at peace. And so far in the season 1, that's what we dealt with, the evil spirits, and he was doubting to use his powers in humans, and of course he was saved in the end by Regin, when he was just going all out against human beings. In this second season, we start to give a lot more of a dilemma, a moral dilemma, because we have encountered in the last episode spirits which are not evil. The family that was just there, not bothering anybody else, and just want to live a peaceful life. Yeah, it's kind of ironic to say this when they are just spirits that were dead, but that is the major point that they wanted to come across. And this evil spirit in this episode, it was originally a human being, which answered one of the questions I have in the previous episodes. But it's a complete evil human. Well, evil spirit that was a human. And now he holds such an amazing power that he's capable of altering the memories of Mob. And that sounds such an interesting episode, because yes, we're going to see the perspective of Mob without his overwhelming power. What is he going to do? What is he going to deal in this alternative universe. Man, it's such a profound episode, which is something I love about Mob Psycho. Oh boy, I cannot wait for the next one. But anyway, I think I finished this commentary about this episode. I hope you enjoy it, and yes, I cannot wait for the next one. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it, and yes, I have nothing else to say, so see you on the next one. Bye!
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, give it a like, so the algorithm from YouTube will help me out. And check my other videos, share them, and also why not subscribe to my channel and join this community. And as always, I want to thank you for your attention, your likes, and even your dislikes, your comments, which is something I always look forward to read. And yeah, once more, thanks and see you on the next one.